everyone, welcome to LexTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Ms. Hila Eyal with us. Hila has over 15 years of vast legal experience in long-term aerospace projects, water supply tenders, and mobile telecommunications projects as well. Over 8 years, she represented and managed complicated agreements of Israel Aerospace Industries, jet aircraft projects for Tier 1 customers such as Boeing and Gulfstream, and various defense contracts of the engineer division. Later on, Hila represented TAHAL Group in international significant water supply tenders and projects in many developing countries, including India. For the last 4 years, Hila has been a part of Hot Mobile Telecommunication Company, and her role includes legal support in tender processes, advice on regulatory issues on various procurements, and also legal arrangements with vendors of devices, spare parts, and services such as cloud services. Prior to starting her legal expertise, Hila was a senior economist, finance manager, and member of boards at the Ministry of Finance, which kind of gave her an edge over many other lawyers and made her understand about business a lot more, about the financial concerns and also the requirements, which needed to be reflected accurately in the agreements and negotiations. So now you can call her a lawyer, of course. She is a lawyer right now, and also she has been a finance person for a very long time. So all in all, she has a lot of feathers into the cap, which we are going to talk about in this particular interview. So without any further ado, let me just introduce you to the woman herself. Hello, Hila. How are you?
Hi, hello.
How are you? How's everything at your end?
I'm fine. Excited to have the opportunity for this interview. And coming from Israel, especially, which is a small country, every time you have the option to be acknowledged international, worldwide, of course, it's highly appreciated. And it's a small world by the end of the day, especially today with all the technology.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's very sweet of you. It's a pleasure that we have you on board with us today, Hila. And if you can also please throw light on your journey as a legal professional so far. I've already talked about you a lot as a finance person, as a senior economist, but I would also like the audience to know more about it because as you have been practicing law in different sectors and companies, be it government, be it public, business sectors, local or international. So, how it has been so far and how this has given you an advantage as a lawyer?
Well, of course, each of them, is like going to different restaurants, I would say. You can like Italian food, you can like French food, you can like Asian food, and you can like even the Israeli local food. But by the end of the day, as I find it, when you can manage to take the taste of each bite from every restaurant, the best one you liked, and put a combination of it, then you get the best. And this is also the idea of my practice in law today, because really I managed, and I would say luckily, to have the opportunity to work in the different sectors, the government one, which is much more, strict and going by law, and the public sector, which has its vision and its considerations, and private law, which by the end of the day wants to be, profitable, and time is of the essence. So gathering all of these together, each one by itself, I enjoyed not only practicing the law but learning a lot of it. And nowadays, when I look at my current doings, I see that my ability to make the combination of all together, it's much more easier to get to the best agreements or to the best solutions, not only legal, but I would say company-wise, because by the end of the day, you need the company to be satisfied by the agreements you make, by the solutions you suggest. And this is what I think is my advantage today.
That is great, of course, and obviously it gives you an edge over other lawyers, and that's actually what I was saying in your introduction. Hila, just to like get your point of view into the picture, the pandemic has obviously seen a lot of courts moving towards more remote proceedings. Everything has gone so virtual. Uh, do you think like this is a sustainable and like a possible way to increase the access to justice?
Well, I think that at first it was not easy at all, and we saw more, I think, the misadvantages than the advantages of these kind of processes. But nowadays, when you're almost, I think, 2 years at least practicing this way of procedures, yeah, it can be sustainable, and it's even much more easier. It makes you appreciate more the timetables, time schedules, and also considering the other party you're making a connection with. So I believe that this is a thing that is going to be even developed more in the future, and it would assist the legal procedures to be much more efficient and maybe more successful. Yes, there are disadvantages, but I would say that they are neglectable comparing the advantages.
Great. Thank you so much for answering that question, Hila. And at the same time, how would you rate the current legal system's drive towards encouraging the access to justice? And do you think like there is a tangible movement in closing the justice gap?
Yes, there is, but it's a little bit slow. It could be, changing the perceptions, and the legal systems are, I would say, in many countries they are traditional, and it's not so easy, to make the shift in the mind, in the state of mind of someone, and then starting moving a process. But slowly, we're getting there. And again, it's only my vision and my hope that it would become maybe a little bit quicker. And if not, we have always to manage with what we have, because otherwise we will not move to nowhere. The idea is to make the best of any situation you are. I don't know how it is in other countries, of course, not in all the countries. In Israel, it's getting better, I can say, but still we're not there. Some people say that maybe one day it would be easier, and we can learn a lot from other legal systems. That's for sure. So it's only put your head out of the window and see other practices, and try it also on yourself to see that it's getting better.
Thanks. Thank you, Hila. And as we are actually talking about your vision and ambition, uh, I also wanted to understand what is your professional vision and ambition for the upcoming years?
Yeah, for sure. Because as you presented me, I was a finance person for, I would say, like 20 years. And actually, I entered the legal world, I would say, even by mistake. I just wanted to get my uh, lawyer license for myself without any, intentions to make the shift. But I got the opportunity and I decided to take it. And by the end of the day, I'm almost 20 years now a lawyer. So, of course, my vision now looking for the future is to make the best combination of both of these fields that I'm expertising in, because it doesn't matter what title I have. If I'm a lawyer, if I'm a finance person, I work at a company today, I would gladly be um, the senior local legal advisor of another big company. I would prefer it would be a global company. And then if I sit with other managers contribute for my financial understanding and my economy understanding also, that would be the best. To get a solution for a company, not only from the legal practice, but also for my finance and economy practice. And again, on the legal, on the global field, and not only of Israel. Israel, again, is a very small country. So when I had opportunity to work with India, for example, I mentioned in many tenders, and also with other countries in the Far East, I felt that it was much more contributing for my doings and also for the other parties. And this is what is this is also my vision for the future: to work in a global company and to contribute from both my fields of experts in the high levels, of course, for decision makers and for legal solutions.
And now when we have actually talked about your vision and ambition, why don't we talk about the recent achievement that has been added to your kitty? So would you like to throw light on that and kind of tell the audience about it? I guess like this weekend itself, you have received an award from your CEO. So
Yeah.
Why don't we discuss about that?
That was a great surprise for me, I must say. And you know, when I do my work, first of all, I do it to feel that I'm satisfied. And when I'm satisfied and I don't like to compromise on my doing, then I hope that all the people working with me are also satisfied. And when we had a big conference and I was called to the stage to get this award, you know, I was really excited, but finally it made me feel that I know what I'm doing, and you need to follow your internal, you know, belief and do the best of your practice, and then you're also appreciated by all the others. So now I know that I'm contributing to the company, and it's a great ownership for me to know that the company appreciates it also. And looking forward to other success of the company and my doings at my current position until the next one, of course.
Absolutely, Hila, absolutely. Now, as we say that time is money, and in any profession, especially you being an economist, now you being a lawyer, I think like your both the professions have been very hectic and very, you know, these professions have really busy lifestyles. So, what do you have to say about that when it comes to managing both the things together, and how do you think that you make the best of your time as a lawyer as well?
Well, of course, time is of the money, and this is what we learn, you know, when we have to do our tasks. And I managed to start, I would say, from the end point and then to go backwards. When you do it by the time schedule, and you need to be very strict on it, without wasting the time on the minor things that sometimes people think are the bigger, but they are not. You need to put them aside with no obstacles and to know and go straight on to completing the mission, the task. And this is something also I managed to learn. One thing is, of course, getting the experience. The more you practice one thing, then you get more efficient. You know how the mechanics work, how people work. You know, to understand people, it's very important that you speak on the other people language, because otherwise they will not cooperate with you, and if they'll not cooperate, then you will never achieve what you want to achieve. So try to get inside the head of the other person and go with it. And this is again one of the key, I would say, things to get a success. And the other is put a schedule and know that you need to follow it. That's it, without letting anything put you aside. And then you get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Hila, for sharing so much with us about your journey as a legal professional, and not just that, as an economist too. It is great that you have been doing so much after working in the finance area and in the legal area as well. So it's kind of inspiring to all the viewers, also including me, that at this age you have the same energy and enthusiasm. Sadly, we have come to an end of this beautiful conversation, but we would love to connect again and talk about some other trending topics in the legal space. For our viewers, if you like this chat with Hila, please like and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to ClickAway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do, and you have more coming from industry legal leaders like Hila herself. Thank you so much, Hila. It was lovely talking
Thank
to you.
you so much. Thank you. Lovely for me too. Thank you.
This is Bharti for LexTalk signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.